This is the Vader Channel in North Massachusetts. 6 below zero at 7:42. Good morning, everybody. It's time now for the Saturday morning news. The stories of Saturday morning, January 31st, 2026. Good morning, y'all. This lovely Saturday morning, January 31st, 2026. It's 7:43 a.m. and the temperature standing at 5 below zero here in North Massachusetts. Here are the odds. Partial government shutdown begins as Senate sends spending deal to House. DOJ concludes Epstein files review with release of 3.5 million records. Trump administration charges Don Lemon with federal civil rights crimes related to anti-ICE church protests. Israel strikes kill 20 Palestinians, including children as Gaza. Ceasefire inches forward. Zero thought as non-ICE causing close calls and expensive home repairs. Unrivaled players rave over record crowd at Philly tour stop. In Plymouth, Massachusetts, state police trooper accused of assault, kidnapping, and intimidation. Mass graver Jordan Chen's new line of world's earliest recorded pandemic. The U.S. will likely lose its measles elimination status. Trump's post-truth agenda beat the back as Americans refuse to accept ICE lies. Sell America is a new trade on Wall Street. What South Carolina soared measles outbreak means for the rest of the U.S. Two Republicans just voted to divert billions in ICE funds to Medicaid. Studio B opens its doors in Bridgewater Center and step into the Taunton Silver Pass at read about an exhibit at the Old County History Museum at 66 Church Green in Taunton. Family of hyenas shooting victim reacts to bail ruling. Ron Jeter and Basilica accomplish rare feat and win over East Bridgewater. Lizard found and storm gets some help in Weymouth. Citrus slaughtered helps Xavier Poole upset of BCI basketball. And last night in sports, Norton Lancers boys varsity basketball fall to the Medfield Warriors 68-57 as Thomas Berman had 26 points to win for the Medfield Warriors. Giovanni Melendez had 20 to loss for the Lancers. Norton Lancers girls varsity basketball got smoked by the Medfield Warriors in Medfield 83-31-32 as the Norton Lancers as the Medfield Warriors girls varsity basketball won the TVL small title. And NBA action. Celtics beat the Sacramento Kings 112-93. Orlando Magic 130. Toronto Raptors 120. LA Lakers 142. Washington Wizards 111. New York Knicks 127. Portland Trailblazers 97. North Pelicans 114. Memphis Grizzlies 106 and Phoenix Suns 126. Cleveland Cavaliers 113. Denver Nuggets 122. LA Clippers 109. Brooklyn Nets 109. Utah Jazz 99. Detroit Pistons 131. Golden State Warriors 124. NHL action. Columbus Blue Jackets 4. Chicago Blackhawks 2. Men's college basketball. Villanova 87. Providence 73. Michigan 83. Michigan State 71. Fairfield 71. Iowa 70. And St. Louis 102. Dayton 71. VCU 89. LC 75. Nevada 89. UNLV 76. And women's college basketball. Mississippi 83. Vanderbilt 75. UTC 72. Marymount 59. It's Furman 65. Warford 64. Columbia 73. Princeton 67. It's F1 International 74. Liberty 61. It's Missouri State 79, Delaware 54. Choking returns from injury to net 31 and Nuggets win. Unrivaled draws from Creek Runner 21-490 in Philly. Draymond not loses sleep as Giannis talks worlds. Ravens hire Joel Tornado to be new offensive coordinator. Wilson Hayes reaches agreement on 7-year extension. And take a look at the traffic watch at 7:47. Baby! MBTA Blue Line delays about 10 minutes due to a single problem between River Beach and Bridgeport train base standby stations. November line trade 612 683 from Phil with reports operate 52 minutes between Bridgewater substation and due to New Bridgewater. New Bedford line trade 7 hours of 5 6:25 a.m. from substations operate 10 to minutes between Middlebury and New Bedford. With line train 5515 7 a.m. from substations operate 10 to minutes between Wealthy Hills and Worcester. Havel line train 3217 7 a.m. from North Stations operate 10 to minutes between North Station and Havel. On Saturday, January 1st and Sunday, February 1st, there will be no commuter rail service between Needlebanks and substation and Needle Line. Passengers could use MBTA buses or the Green Line service as alternates. And Rockwood Line train 5013 6:30 from North Station operate 20 30 minutes beyond schedule between Beverly Farms and Rockport. And 95 a little bit over Route 128 Canton Switch. And now shifting gears to the weather scene at 7:49. It is a dangerously cold start to morning. It's dangerously cold start to morning. As coastal storm for Sunday continues to trend further offshore. Winter storm watches coming into the winter weather reverses for the Cape Downs for Sunday. Expectations for another indication for Sunday morning. Even in Monday morning time, cycles lead to convert the coastal flood watch to the eastern Massachusetts coastal flood advisories, but the coastal flood watch was maintained and carried out as frigid temperatures continue today. And while sub-zero wind chills again expected tonight, wind chill may drop as low as past couple nights. A powerful coastal storm may pass shore of the southern New England, brings cumulative snow gusty winds and hazardous marine conditions and moderate to pockets of moderate coastal flooding through eastern and southern eastern New England, dry weather and not as cold as into the middle of the next week, but turns colder and more active later next week, early winter. Yeah. Frigid temperatures continue today in the wall, sub-zero wind chills again. Expect tonight, wind chills probably not drop as low as the past couple nights, and cold weather rises continue too. In the morning today, all where a layer of stratus has developed across the western New England, much of southern New England is cold and free, and then it's a lot for us. Temperatures are really moderate. Wind chills have been more than 5 below to 50 below range in most areas. Today ends up being still being a frigid day with highs up of 10 to low 20s. More mixed signals of another cold weather advisory as warning for tonight. Northeast winds do pick up much to lower the wind chills, but the air mass also starts to modify enough and increase in confidence. Good temperature how low temperatures may drop and forecast wind chill tonight in the interior summer New England has dropped to the lowest 5 to 10 below zero, which is still moderate side. A coastal storm passes offshore of southern New England, bringing accumulated snow gusty winds, hazardous marine conditions, and moderate pockets of moderate coastal flooding in eastern to southeast New England. The 0-0 guidance straight continues to favor an offshore pass, and a powerful coastal system is expected to develop near the north guidance, south guidance. Coast today, while the 0-0 European and an extent that the 0-0 now continues to be the more moisture-related and on the western development of the storm's precipitation shield, and by the western over western and the eastern portion of the Hurricane survey. Most of these models have also struggled in the most weather weather across the Sweden as 0-0 guidance. The country's track seems slightly further to the southeast offshore than earlier forecasts. That has led to slight downward event actions and anticipated snow totals, normally wind gusts, and as well as significant wind impacts. And the latter two elements also influence coastal flooding expectations. We made several headline changes overnight based on the above trends, while we cautioned additional surface adjustments. In the zone track, the winter storm watch when compared to the winter advisory also added a winter weather advisory for the east coast of Plymouth County due to which storm has being modeled by higher winds, so she got it to just enough QP up to justify on one offward impact along Route 3 along the greater accumulation should be more along the southern portion of east through Plymouth County, roughly Kingston southward to the Cape Cod Canal over the waters. Wind commander Gale watches over the waters with storm waters on the east and southeast waters, adjacent to the second and over Cape finally at the coastal front. Headline decisions there remain challenging due to the offshore trend and potential lower storm surge values. The coastal flood watch was compared to the coastal flood advisory for the eastern coastal of Massachusetts and off of the Merrimack River to the Cape Cod Canal. We opted to hold the coastal flood watch for the Cape that says there still is a potential for the bay side of the Cape Cod, and that's going to experience areas of moderate 2 to 3 foot inundation coastal flooded, but the continued offshore trend left open to the possibility of a moderate 1-2 foot inundation. Snow wind, smarty bands of motion effect. Snow wind. The initial northeast flow could begin as soon as the pre-dawn hours tonight in the eastern Plymouth County and Dover approach of Cape Cod, while tended to fill in from the south and the northwest of Periphery of the Cinnamon precipitation begins to brush to the east southeast coast by the Sunday morning. The weather have probably haven't been treated, but the snow should be have no trouble sticking immediately when it first developed. Given the cold temperatures we had, snow then continues to the general. We like to at times moderate clip fact that the day that begins to taper off around early Sunday morning, evening in the Plymouth and Bristol counties, and closer to the late Sunday night over the Cape Downs as the storm blows wave and driver northwesterly flow and trench over the interior south of New England and next into the snow growth parameters in the advisory area are really middle at best, and even as across the Cape, which is reflected in the probabilities of 1 inch per hour. Snow rates being essentially nil, snow rates should be more manageable across the advisory area where visibility reductions at least as much from blowing snow off the standard amounts of snow versus what falls from the sky, as mentioned in 00Z. European remains moisture and has about 50% probabilities and a half inch of QPF across the Antarctica. We view this as a moist outlier that we opt for the snow totals in the 2 to 4 inch range in eastern Plymouth County, but the higher end of those totals should be in the southern part of the county where there's just enough trade and attachment in the northeast flow. Our should have setups that give totals a modest boost and past the Cape Downs, looking for a general 3 to 5 inches with a perhaps under a half foot. Over the outer Cape Downs and the snow rates should be manageable. This fits the most closely as a winter advisory step. The snow ends up being wind-driven with gusts in the 45 mile per hour range of a land that can make the snow really difficult to measure, but we don't expect the wind to lay any damage. Coastal flooded 3 times the conservative special to coastal flooded days. Sunday morning and evening night times, as well as the Monday morning night times. Although it still looks like the storm surge peaks Sunday afternoon, which could happen with a low tide. The prospect the lowest storm surge values of 1 to 2.5 feet as near North Texas, where the storm continued to pass further southeast could lead to lesser total wilder levels. Corresponding to the more moderate inundation storm surge guidance from Stevens Institute also down for the previous months. Now more than 1 to 2 foot range because of that. We cited toward coastal flooding environments from moderate inundation, some breach erosion from the eastern Massachusetts coast, excluded Cape Cod and the Isles due to the covenants to convert the Cape Downs over to the advisory warning. Went into the wait another surge model cycle before making the final determination. It could very well turn into moderate pockets of moderate flooding, particularly for the Nantucket. Moderate flooding refers to the shallow flooding up to 1 foot deep and can result in temporary word closures and more vulnerable coastal waters. Moderate flooding refers to flooding 1 to 3 feet deep and can cause more word closures and damage is short for fire party again. Debris on coastal waters and from large periods of vehicles left to flood prone areas can also be flooded. Dry weather and not so cold, and then in the middle of next week, front turns colder and more active late next week, early weekend. Dry weather with moderate temperatures for refrigerator box. We've been second about the weekend, something more closely resemble the steady still cold. Ice could return to around the freeze mark for midweek. Some modest snow melt should take place, but those modest snow will still be around. As latest guidance seems to indicate the next stretch of snow comes in an energetic clipper system to the west northwest flow onto significant snow accumulation from the clipper system seem long as that typical of fast moving clippers could be a period of breezy condition passage, but that also will ensure the number showing below normal temperatures as we move into next weekend. Okay, forecast goes like, we got a cold wind advisory until 10 a.m. today as very cold wind blowing chills as 19 below zero. Portions of northern Connecticut, central, eastern, northeastern, and southeastern, and western Massachusetts, and northern Rhode Island until 10 a.m. Saturday. The dangerously cold wind chills as low as 3 below zero can cause frostbite and exposed skin in as little as 30 minutes. As use caution while traveling outside, wear appropriate clothing, hat, and gloves. Forecast goes like this. Today, sun's got about 20 degrees, winter advisable as low as 10 below. Westward about 3 to 5 mile an hour for tonight. Increase skies about 8 above. Wind chill advised as low as 4 below. Light northwest wind becoming northward at 6 to 11 mile an hour. Evening, Wisconsin high, 22 mile an hour for Sunday. Check the snow bay before 3 p.m. Clouds got about 24 low, 32 degrees, and the wind chill advised as low as 3 below. Northward about 15 mile an hour just high. 31 mile an hour just is 40%. News circulation less than 9 inches possible for Monday. Most of the sun's got about 32 low, 7 above. Northwest about 6 to 8 mile an hour for Tuesday. Sun's got about 33 low, 11 above. Cowboy kept in west around 1 mile an hour. And for Wednesday, most of the sun's got about 32 low, 10 above. And Cowboy kept in west around 6 mile an hour. For Thursday, most of the sun's got about 29 low, 9 above. And northwest about 3 to 6 mile an hour. For Friday, sun's got about 25 degrees. And northwest about 5 to 7 mile an hour. Right now, 10 below zero in North Massachusetts. And that's going to be it for our morning report on this Saturday morning, January 31st, 2026. I am Peter J. We say y'all have a good morning, goodbye, stay safe, be part of the meal, be well, have a good day, and good morning. That's right, Robert.